All right, people out there, this is my take on the Ferguson shooting. All right, I've listened to little bits and pieces of it. All right, the guy who got shot, I don't even remember his name. But anyway, he was pretty big. Now, we do know that he smoked marijuana. Don't know if he was high or not at the time, but he smoked marijuana. You know, he listened to rap all the time, rap, hip-hop, R&B. So he glorified the ghetto thug lifestyle, which glorifies rape, killing, murder, rebellion, anarchy. Yeah, bully, do whatever you want. Oh yeah, okay. Now, the guy goes in the convenience store there, and he just takes cigars. He's like, oh, I want that. He takes it. Thought he had the right to do whatever he wants just because, oh well. That's what he's been taught and trained. He's starting to go out the door. Now, I seen one comment where they said, well, this guy, he didn't do anything until the store clerk put his hands on him. Well, let's see. The guy had just stole cigars, he said, valued around $48. He thought he had the right just because it was him. He wanted to. He felt right. Clerk goes over there. The guy grabs him like right up there by his shirt, shoves him back. It's pretty big. Then the clerk kind of walks up to him again, and the guy decides he's going to intimidate the store clerk, walks up to him. And then he leaves. Now, the store clerk, he was the kind of guy that says, I don't want to get involved with the police. Come on now. It was a customer that called 911. And then, to show that he's just going to do whatever he wants, started walking down the middle of the road. And he's the kind of person, you say anything to him about what he's doing, he's instantly mad and offended, trying to intimidate. That's the kind of person he was. And then people say, well, there were no traffic coming, so it doesn't matter. Don't walk down the middle of the road. I don't care if there's no traffic coming. And if he would have been walking on the sidewalk, the officer that went by most likely would not have even noticed him. But there he is. He's walking down the middle of the road. The officer has to stop to tell him to get off the road. Now, some people are trying to claim that the grandmother's house was just right there, so it was just a few inches away. No, people, I don't care if it's just right there. Don't walk down the middle of the road. That's a public road, not your personal driveway. Walk on the sidewalk. I've seen a lot of people in this area do the same thing. Walk in the middle of the road with the sidewalk right there. Okay, so when the officer stops to tell him, get off the middle of the road, the guy gets mad. The officer did not fling his door open and hit the guy. No, that's not what happened. When he stopped to tell the guy, yeah, he opened his door, went to get out, but the guy started fighting with the officer because he was a bully thug that thought he had the right to do whatever he wanted. And he was pretty big. Now, a bunch of people are trying to say that the officer was trying to drag the guy into the car with him. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. That's not what police officers do. The bully thug was pushing on the officer, fighting with him, punching him, because the officer said, get out of the middle of the road. You're blocking traffic. The bully thug didn't like that. Trying to beat the officer. And let's see. They say the bully thug was shot 35 feet away from the car, and if he was that far away, why do you have to get shot in the first place? Huh. Well, seeing how the bully thug picked a fight, because he thought he had the right to do whatever he wanted to, picked a fight with the officer, who had a gun, And the bully thug tries to go for the gun. So he ends up 35 feet away. The officer, he has to arrest the guy because of what the bully thug had just done. Picked the fight. The bully thug is about to try to fight again. Punch again. The officer did not shoot him in the back. He did not shoot him from behind. And the guy turned around, hold his hands up. I give up, don't shoot. No, he didn't do that. Autopsy shows that all the bullets come from the front. So, let's see. So during the second round of fighting, the bully thug was going to fight again. Was trying to kill the officer. That's proof from him trying to take the gun. And the bully thug was pretty big. So when he tries to intimidate the officer again, try to fight again, the officer, yes, he had his weapon drawn, telling the guy to stop. The bully thug wouldn't stop because he thought he had the right to do whatever he wanted. His parents trained him that way. So when the bully thug tries to fight and intimidate, he gets shot and killed. That's what happened. And now all you people in Ferguson, you're not protesting because someone got shot and killed. You are protesting because someone told that bully thug he had to obey the law. It's not about somebody getting shot and killed. You're protesting because of your own rebellion. Because you hate it when anybody tells you what to do. They say, you can't do that. You walk down the middle of the road and think no one has a right to say anything to you about what you're doing, and there's a sidewalk right there, and even if there wasn't a sidewalk, he could have been walking towards the edge of the road instead of in the middle. And if he would have been at the edge of the road or on the sidewalk, the officer that went by wouldn't have even noticed him. So yeah, blame the officer, but don't blame the bully thug for the kind of person he was. The bully thug was going to try to kill the officer, and he couldn't do it. Oh yeah, he beat the officer because he was so much bigger. But people, don't pick a fight with somebody that has a gun. You're going to get beat. And if you try to steal a weapon from an officer, you're going to get shot. Use some common sense, people. Now stop this thing about rebellion. Start teaching your kids to obey the law. Stop this thing about disrespecting the law. How many more people got to get shot and die? And Trayvon Martin, he was also a bully thug. He grew up in the lifestyle of beat the person, beat him up, hurt him, kill him, shoot him. Yeah, Trayvon Martin. He picked a fight with a guy that had a gun because he thought he had the right to do whatever he wanted. He got shot and killed because he was a bully thug. Now, I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me, probably threaten me or whatever. Oh, well, prove me wrong. You either prove me wrong or shut up.